Richie, Bullets and Broadheads, we're going to do a quick video on Glock lubrication. Now, two of them, the number one reason Glocks are returned to the manufacturer is over lube. The number two reason is under lube. And that's a fact. You know, you get guys who, they don't need lubrication, they run perfect after a few thousand rounds. I don't agree with that at all. You should always lube any firearm. And I use this syringe because it's easy to get into spots precisely. I use this. It's a great lubrication, great for ARs. It does everything. And plus I clean my firearms with this, so it acts as like a coating and a lubricant too. So Glock lubrication. Here we go. One spot you want to lube very little is the top of your slide right here. Just put a little light drop in there, see that? Swirl it around and put a nice light coating just to where it's tacky on your firearm, your barrel I should say. Just to where it's just tacky. That's all you want to do. Now where do you lube? Where else do you lube? Well, you got these points right here. Put a dab there, dab there, dab there, and a dab here. You can even put a hair there. But one point you do want to lube, a slight, is right in here. Right there, you want to put a little bit lube right there. And that is it, guys. Because once you start, this one makes Glock so reliable, they just rely on these 4 tabs. That's it. That's what they ride on. So, we're going to reassemble it. I got my top of the roof right here lube. Got my barrel lube. Just a light coat on your barrel. Some people even put a light coat on their finger. And do the firing pin. The recoil spring. Don't oil your firing pin. Don't put any lube in there at all. That's a big no-no. Alright, we're going to reassemble the gun. And that's it. That's how you lube a Glock. They don't need a lot, but they do need it. And to finish it all off, I buy these silicone by Birch. Hops makes, a lot of manufacturers. They just give your gun a nice wipe down. It really, to me, keeps a firearm nice. And that's your Glock lubrication. I use oil. I don't use grease. Some people do. That's a matter of opinion too. I use oil on my firearms. The only firearm I use grease, a little bit of grease and oil. I use some grease on the slides of a 1911. And I use oil in my ARs. And that's it. You can do a function check every time you disassemble a gun. You always want to do a function test. And that's it. Glock lubrication, they don't need a lot, but they do need it. I don't care what anybody says. And do you have to clean your firearm every time you go to the range? Or lube it? No, but I do. Why not, right? It's fun cleaning guns. I enjoy it. I really do. It's like therapy. So Glock lubrication, really simple. You got the 4 tabs, and right by that little trigger, the trigger mechanism up in here, you just want to put a hair in there, and that's all your lube you need. Do not lube your magazines. That's one of my things about do not lubricate. Use your magazines. They don't need it. Okay, Richie, Bullets and Broadheads, Glock lubrication. Hope this helps some guys. Again, there's a lot of videos, but this is the way I was taught, and it hasn't failed me yet in any of my Glocks I ever owned. Bullets and Broadheads, take care, guys.